welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gabriela. Thank you for clicking this video. In today's video, I will talk about my memory box, such as why did I start, what is it, fun facts, and is it worth it? So if you are interested, please keep on watching. I'm actually going to pull up a poll. Yesterday on my Instagram, I asked you guys, do you have a memory box? And interestingly, 15 of you guys said yes and 4 said no. I feel like I have so many questions now, like, does it look the same as mine? Are you guys doing it for the same purpose, or what does it do for you? So some of these responses are from people I know personally, so I'm actually excited like to maybe reach out, or whenever we hang out, like I want to ask about little details. And yeah, I thought that was really interesting. So let's get started. When did this start? My memory box. I have it right here. I'll show you guys in a little bit. So I didn't intend to create a memory box. That wasn't my intention. I actually had a quinceañera and my friend's mom made a card box and it was decorated. It was so beautiful. It was pink. It had butterflies, glitter. It was so me. And of course, I think as I was getting older, I just kept things that were so pretty or things that were significant to me. So I kept the box because it was really nice. And then I just started, as time went by, putting things in there that I liked. I remember putting maybe like movie tickets when I would go out with my friends. And I slowly started filling the box up. And so this was high school. So by the time I was in college, I came back to the box and I opened it, and it was, I'll never forget the feeling. It was so special looking at it. It was like a mini time capsule, just going through my memories and pictures and a lot of fun adventures. And I'll never forget the feeling. So at that time, I was already in college and I had to get a new box. I didn't have to, but it was maybe a little sign of me growing up. So I purchased a new box to make it more small because the original box was big. So yeah, that sums it up. That's when it started. I was about 15. And then it just slowly, you know, we're here now, about 10 years later. I'll show you guys why I need to replace it. If you guys see, my doggy got into it. Bruno Bear loves to chew on things. So I actually have to replace it because of course I don't want it like this. And little fun fact, also a lot of fun facts in this video by the way, but I purchased these from Ross, not Target, TJ Maxx, Marshall. I don't know if you guys can tell by the new background. I do have upcoming videos coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But as I was like moving things out to come into this new place that I'm at, I realized I have to replace that box. And then that's when I just got inspired to make a video. I think it's something so special and I just want to share it with you guys. So this is the new box and I did clean it inside, but I kept the tag so you guys can see. I got it at Marshall's and I love how it's so simple. Oh, look, I kind of already inserted something. This was my medal for the 5K run that I did last year. So I just wanted to show you guys. So as time goes by, I realize I'm getting older. I feel like my connection with my parents is different as I am getting older. I think I recognize that my parents had an entire life before me. I say this because I feel like my connection with my parents, anytime I try to get in a question, whether it's like during dinner or breakfast, usually it's actually during breakfast. I find a time to just ask little questions. I think it's one of my favorite parts of asking my parents about their upbringing or little stories. I especially feel in the Hispanic culture, I think so many things are clear, but as you get older, you have that room, I think, or that privilege, or yeah, it's just age appropriate. You can ask deeper questions of like the family history and stuff like that. So I feel like at least in my family, so I like asking about my grandparents who I never met. My dad's mom, my mom's father. I never met them, but they live through the stories and the memories that come out of my own parents when I ask them these questions. And I think it's such a special and crucial thing. And I am always encouraging my friends as well, like, ask those questions and just get to know your parents. I feel like there's so much we don't know about each other. So I want to give that to my own children. So how beautiful is it to have physical objects that I can actually show and pass on to my children? Because these stories too, that like my mom, my dad, they tell me, it's just amazing to hear their fun memories and adventures, experiences. And how cool is it to have physical objects of those things? And yeah, that's pretty much, that's my why. So I'm curious to know if that's your why. And essentially, I do hope one day to show this box to my own children. So also, to be transparent, of course, it's also for my joy. But I think the top one is truly for my own children, to give them that. So that's why I said I'm so curious to know, what is your why, for those of you who said yes to having a memory box. So if you watch this far, I have a little bonus for you. We will filter out my box. Now this is intimate, of course. I won't show all of the things because I actually, it's getting a little heavy. But I just want to show some examples. If you don't have one, for example, the 4 of you guys, I think, who said no, maybe you guys can get an example of what's in here. So let me just open this up a little bit. It has so many goodies. And you'll see how in my bio right now, I don't know, I've been in this romanticizing my life era. Don't get triggered for those of you who don't like Taylor Swift. But yeah, I just feel like nothing is small. There's no such thing as something that is not significant. I feel like everything has meaning, and it's beautiful. And that's how I see the world. I'll share my experience. Some of these things I do filter out. And I don't know how often you guys go into these boxes. I truly don't touch this box like to review the items. Probably once a year or one every 2 years. I do just, you know, open it to put things in there, and that's it. I don't stick around because it's time consuming, to be honest. So I usually just put in and then, you know, leave it there. So I think based on this, I think this might have been my last one. This was from Sweetheart's Night with my handsome boyfriend. And this is also something I made for him. Look at this little stuff. This is a little ornament from when I was in school, and it's 2003, and my shirt says plays well with others. It's light blue, and I have my little blue I don't know if it'll focus, but isn't that the cutest thing ever? Oh, something that you guys will notice that I have in here, I keep a lot of cards. So I do filter these out, like I said. And what I mean by that is maybe there's friendships, relationships, things that didn't, you know, go as planned in your life. It's okay to take those things out or keep them sometimes, right? So yeah, just know if you've written a card. So I don't know if Tasha, if you see my stories, my videos, just know little stuff like this. I actually do read this when it's time consuming, to be honest. So when I go through these, I'll read every single card. And so just know if you've given me a card, it's special. Because honestly, when I give cards out, I'm actually a card giver. I love giving cards. I take not so long, but I truly do put an effort into getting the right card that fits you and just making it more special, more catered to you. So yeah, so I usually keep a lot of cards. I want to show something maybe unique. I keep these, the flowers. This was from my mom. This one was from my father. you know, to keep their writing. I think that's so special. So a lot of cards in here. Let me switch it up. My commencement from Fullerton College. So this is a nice memory to keep, to see my name in there. I think that would be really nice. These are like things that they're questionable, because I think I can put this on my fridge and not keep in here. This is a magnet. I don't speak to this person anymore, respectfully. But it's something, you know, I've been to Ensenada before and it's pretty. So I think I might, you know, take that out for the actual home. So just little examples there. Cards. Yeah, honestly, I keep a lot of cards. Oh, and I have my university commencement book as well. That's nice. I forgot about that. This one's iconic. This is my best friend. That's us. Little Tinkerbell. Yeah, this one, it's iconic because it's like the cutest written message. So little stuff like that, I think. And I've had this one for ever and ever. Oh, this one's cute. Are you kidding me? So it doesn't have a year, but yeah, totally made this at school. This one, don't judge. My driving test. When I got my license, this was in 2016. A little overdue because I was already 17 or 18. So, want to share something else. Oh, prom. I don't know if that's even a thing that you guys keep, but for me it was special. Like, seeing this will remind me of my blue dress. And of course I have pictures to go with it, but not in here, but I can get them. These name tags, I don't know, this is questionable. So when I'm filtering things out, I think what I started to do, I think like when I worked at Stater Brothers as well, I think I kept these when it was my first job. I think that's when I put the badge because it was special. And then I slowly started just putting other badges. I think I might keep them. I'll keep them because it's still a memory of the times that I've been there. Oh, for my graduation, 2015. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Not a lot. Other little knickknacks, but yeah, that's pretty much it actually. So I'm gonna put this away and then close it off with the last question, okay? Is it worth it? Yes. For those of you who might have said no, or those of you who have never heard of this memory box, I think it's worth it. And like I've been saying, the special feeling you get when you are reminiscing and just going through old memories is so special, and I wish that for you. And I'd want to end it on some life experience. So I know most of my videos I am talking about my experience because I truly feel like we learn through experience and through sharing, you know, testimonies or just sharing our own experiences. So I want to end with this beautiful memory that I have. And also, okay, there's also another side note to this, but let me start with this first. When I was researching a memory box, because I usually for my videos, I tend to just fact check some things or just, you know, bring you guys resources or references, because usually I'm talking about like health related things. So that is my cousin. Let me answer her. Okay, one moment. Hello. Sorry about that. I am back. Like I was saying, is it worth it? Yes. And as I was saying, I was fact checking some things for this video. I was curious to see what's out there about memory boxes, and interestingly, I found that memory boxes, it looks like this is a thing that is used or encouraged and advised for people with dementia. And I thought that was really interesting. I'm looking through it. Of course, you can see the connections, right? It can boost their memory or make connections when they see things in this box. And I thought that was really interesting because I was actually already going to talk about this experience. Probably the last fun fact of the video. My mother is religious, and growing up, she encouraged me to go with her on Sundays to give the communion to this facility. It was kind of like a mixture between rehab and senior living. And I'll never forget the feeling of being in there surrounded by these people who maybe didn't have family members there during their church service. We would go because it was a little form of mass, and it was so special. I remember there was one specific lady, I'll never forget her face and just the way she was, and it inspired me a little bit to kind of maybe work closer to this population, the older population. Even like in my community college years, I was kind of going into like, not even going into it, I was just researching really hard, gerontology. So like the geriatrics and seeing, because it's, you know, it's a population that keeps growing, the industry. So side note, and I remember telling my mom, like, I want to volunteer here, like additionally more time than just this hour that we come. And so she's like, yeah, maybe you can ask. I was young, I was probably 16. So she was like, yeah, you should maybe ask. And of course they said, no, you have to be a little bit older. And then when I turned 18, that was actually my first official job. I worked at a senior living home for about a year. I will never forget the feeling of going into this room. And I don't remember the lady's name at this point, but she was so happy to show me something. She beeps me and I go, and she's like, come and sit down. Like on the couch. She had a little couch. And she's like, I'm gonna show you something. And so she opens her photo album. She's so happy, and she's showing me, and it's her husband who had passed away at the time that she was showing me. And it was their wedding picture. And she was probably 18 or 17. And when she was showing me, I think she was 87. So that is when I realized that memories are truly what we will take for the rest of our lives. When we are like that woman who is 87 showing me so happy this picture. That's what I want to leave you guys with. Memories are so crucial. It's truly what we keep. So yeah, I hope that video was helpful. For those of you who said yes to the memory box, do you guys relate to any of this? Leave a comment down below. I'm so curious. And yeah, stick around for my next video.